No, it worked.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
Worked way too many hours, went grocery shopping, went to bed.
I let you clean the bathroom.
Oh, goody.
I don't know. What did we do?
Nothing.
We did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And it was so bad. The weekend was so bad. My TiVo only recorded half of The Walking Dead.
Really?
That's how bad my
What is
weekend
this
was.
world coming to? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten to see it. With all of the reruns of that episode, it has not picked up any of them. It's finally, supposedly, going to get it tonight. Supposedly. I've been checking it all week. It keeps telling me that it's going to. But I can't watch The Talking Dead because I haven't watched the whole Walking Dead, and I don't know what happened, and I don't know who died, or if anybody died. And I'm very upset.
You're confused.
I'm not confused. I'm upset. I'm pissed.
All right.
And I got a filling today, and only half of my face works. Yeah.
Still numb?
A little bit, yeah. Well, I got a filling on the left side, but actually it's moved over now, so the top of my lip on the right side is a little bit numb. Yeah. Not happy. And it's like thunder going on in my building
In
here.
your head.
Yes.
All right,
Well,
let's get to it.
so we got some firsts.
Do we?
Yes. Well, because we always talk about something special that happened.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're going to talk firsts today.
All right, first. I like first.
Okay. Well, it's a very important day
As
in
long as
history
it's a good
today.
first.
Yeah.
Good first.
Do you know why it's an important day in history today?
Because it's a first of something?
Because some very amazing firsts.
I'm good at the old history, not the first happening.
Okay. Well, some very amazing firsts happened today.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
There you go. In 1882, false teeth were patented today.
Really? They were probably wood back then.
I don't know what they were, but
Right.
they were patented today in 1882. So that's the first.
Wow.
Okay. In 1959, Barbie, the popular Barbie doll,
Right.
actually debuted, and over 800 million Barbie dolls have been sold since.
Yes. Wow, that's a lot of Barbie dolls.
Yes. And last but not least, this is probably one of my favorite firsts.
Okay.
Because I really like this one. In 1964, the very first Ford Mustang was produced. I happen to like Mustangs,
Yeah. Wow.
especially ones from back then,
Sure.
especially the
I like the
1971,
fast-
but that's a whole
the
different
fastback
story.
one,
Yeah, I like that. With the big triangle kind of thing in the back.
Yeah.
It's kind of sexy.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, well, tonight's show will have you checking for loose change, wanting a contract for birthday cake, and wondering what is going on in other states, especially Florida. Tonight, we've got stories from across the nation that will leave you stunned, amazed, and laughing. It's all coming up, and it's all live. We'll be right back with all of those stories after this commercial break.
Hey, this is Chris West Jake, and if Inravio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
Village Music Shop of Maston. 1-800-HEY-DUDE, your full-service store with personalized attention, school band instrument rentals and sales, music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups, for guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Inravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
Welcome back. So what have you found for us today on the weekly show?
Well, we're going to start, of course, with my favorite, stupid news.
Okay.
Okay. Well, penny for your thoughts?
Okay.
Gotta love that.
Give me $1, I'll give you my thoughts. Inflation.
A former security worker for Brink's Company has been accused of stealing $196,000 while on the job. But that's not all. The $196,000 was taken in all quarters.
Wow, that's a lot of quarters. How did he pull that off?
Well, Stephen Dennis was charged on Monday with one count of bank theft by the U.S. Attorney's Office. His job gave him access to the Federal Reserve coin inventory. The coins he is accused of stealing were stored in ballistic bags, each containing $50,000, and placed on skids inside Brink's coin room. He just took a ballistic bag, filled it with beads, and topped it with quarters, and then switched out the bags.
Oh, so you actually stole this.
Oh, yeah. The U.S. Attorney's Office said Dennis has agreed to plead guilty to the charge and to repay his former employers. He faces up to 10 years in prison and an additional $250,000 fine. All the coins have been returned to the Federal Reserve Bank. That's a lot of loose change.
Yes, that's a lot.
Why would you steal that many quarters?
I mean, if you're going to take the dollar bills. What's the difference? They're going to catch you anyway, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's not like he took a quarter a day for 5,000 years and came up with $196 or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
It was very obvious. So if you're going to do it, just take the bills. You're going to drag out $196 worth of quarters. How much is $196,000 worth of quarters?
Weigh?
And how much does it weigh?
That's my point.
You got to put it on a hand truck to get that thing out of there?
You had that little puppy bank. It was like this big.
Yeah. And it weighed a gazillion pounds.
It probably weighed about 20 pounds.
And it was $200.
But yeah.
In quarters.
Right.
All quarters.
All quarters.
That was it. I thought, maybe I got I was thinking, first I was thinking, maybe I got $500. I'm thinking,
but then it got heavier and heavier.
I'm thinking, maybe it's close to 1,000. I'm like, could it be 2,000? This could be interesting,
Yeah. Was it $222 or something?
It took me years to pop it together, and it came out to $222.
Yeah, it was kind of pitiful.
Yeah.
Kind of a letdown.
It's like, what do I do with that? Go out to dinner once?
It's a nice
Saved it
dinner.
up for like 3 years,
Yeah. All right. Well, moving right along.
Well, how about this one? Birthday cake, anyone?
Absolutely.
This next story will have you wishing you read the fine print. 2 tenants decided to teach their landlord a big lesson at a low cost. So when receiving a lease contact via email, the contract file came in the form of a writable document instead of a locked PDF form. So the tenants altered the small part of the agreement to include birthday cakes on or about their birthdays. They helpfully added that vanilla cake is not acceptable. While others questioned the legality of the contract, others wondered why they did not alter their lease agreement to exclude having to mow the lawn. Seems like that would be a no-brainer. So how's that for a contract for a birthday cake?
I'm thinking
You
they
have to make sure you send out PDFs.
locked PDFs. That's the point. It was editable. It needed to be locked. I'm thinking I don't know, it was pretty ingenious
Yeah.
and adorable when you
No
think
brown
about it.
M&Ms.
Yeah.
I want chocolate birthday cake.
I'm
3-layer,
wondering, though-
none of that 2-layer stuff. I want 3-layer chocolate cake.
I'm wondering though, if, let's say the landlord they
Read it
did not
again.
come up with the cake, can you really sue them? Seriously? Would a
For the
judge
cake?
look at that and go, no?
I think they were being playful, I think is what it was all boiled down to.
I think they were just looking to get away with something. They probably weren't expecting to actually get the cake. They just thought it was funny that they could do it, but still. Okay. All right, well, Florida has made some big winners and small. Two brothers who were traveling for a fishing trip along the Florida Keys decided to get some lottery tickets before returning from their trip back to their home in Pennsylvania. When James Stockless went to check his ticket, he couldn't believe he had won the winning Powerball jackpot of a whopping $291 million. Here's the kicker. His brother, Bob Stockless, also won on that same Powerball with his ticket for a whole big whopping $7. Do families that play lotto together stay together? Looks like we'll have to find out. That is so sad. There's a picture of the two of them. They're standing next to each other with their big giant checks. $291 million, $7. I really wanted to, there it is. I wanted to see one with a big grin and the other one with a big old sad face. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's just sad. That's the way my luck runs. My sister would win the $291 million and I would probably come up with a bill.
You come up with the $7, but you'd have to pay $25 to get it.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You got to pay the tax, and
Right.
there's a handling fee. They would send it to you by FedEx to check,
Yes.
and it would be like freight collect.
Uh-huh.
So it'd be $20 on that, plus the tax was $5. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, it seems like as a good time as any. Why don't we take a minute and check in with Joe from the 505 On Show for the race report this week.
Sounds good.
This is Joe Larson with the 505 on Racing Show at Inravio TV. If you missed last week's show, you missed the Checker One Motorsports racing team coming into our studio live to talk about their future, their present, and their past. Artie Peterson Jr., Artie Peterson III, and Alan Peterson, the New York State Legend Champ in the semi-pro division. We talked about Las Vegas Motor Speedway and the results there for the Sprint Cup, the Xfinity Series, and we also talked about this Cup going to Phoenix. We mentioned Richard Petty Motorsports and his grandson, Thad, who's going to be racing a late model at the Caraway Motor Speedway in North Carolina. Next week, we're going to talk about Phoenix, what's going on with the Sprint Cup Series, and the poor car counts, not even getting a full field to the first 3 races of the season. 39 cars when they're starting 40, where they used to start 43. We'll be talking about the plans of the weekly racing series and what tracks are going to be opening, when they're going to be opening, and what's going on at the NASCAR Weekly All-American Series as well. The K&N Pro Series and the NASCAR Whelen Modified Series will be getting ready to fire up in April as well, and we'll be looking forward to that. So tune in Monday night, 7 to 8 p.m. at Inravio.com for the 505 on Racing Show, and also don't forget the other shows here at the Inravio TV network. This is Joe Larson, and we'll see you on Monday.
Thanks, Joe. That was a great show that Joe had. You should check that out. The Petersons, good guys, and they're doing a lot for racing. They're having a lot of fun with the racing. They've always raced for quite some time. I remember.
We've known Artie for a long time.
We've
He's a
known
good
Artie
guy.
for quite some time. Yeah, and the kids are racing now, so it's really nice. Mm-hmm. So
And who names their kid Thad?
Chad was taken.
I guess. But really, what does Thad come from? I mean, that's awful. I'm sorry. Thad.
Thad. Do you know any Thads?
Thad. No. No, I don't. I don't know. Ugh.
Well, have you ever seen a tree with a car attached to it?
Only in a field, not like going down the street. You know, it's just been abandoned in the field, and it's the tree's grown out of it.
That old gag.
Yeah, that's the only time. But all right, tell me
Well,
your
police in
story.
Chicago, Illinois suburbs pulled over a driver who had a very interesting front grille. An officer had noticed a woman driving with a 15-foot tree attached, or better yet, embedded into her car grille, and conducted a traffic stop. Pulled her over. So after stopping the driver, he also noticed that the airbags had been deployed and discovered that the woman behind the wheel was under the influence of alcohol.
You think?
The police posted the image on Facebook with the caption, "Yet another reason why you should not drink and drive." Some Facebook users questioned the authenticity of the image, so police later posted a small video clip to further prove that this was, in fact, a real incident. One of the things that they shouldn't have done was posted the image at all, because that's not something you should do as a police.
Absolutely, they should. The only way to stop people from doing ridiculous things is to embarrass them. They should have put her name on there as well as her picture with a big old arrow pointing to her head that said, "dumbass." That's what they should
Well,
have done.
really, the way you stop people from doing things, you drag them out of the car and put two behind the ear, and then go find their family and kill them too. I mean, really, what else you gonna-
I like my idea better. Yours is very violent. I don't know. That's new. That's not good.
No, you don't like that?
No, that's terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. No,
Inside voice.
Yes. No, I like the embarrassment factor. That one works for me. You know what I don't
They're
understand
drunk, they don't care.
is they're not drunk tomorrow.
Maybe.
You got to sober up
It
sometime.
depends. If you're that drunk where you hit a tree and continue to drive with the tree stuck in your car,
I don't
go,
understand why
man, and then you're driving down the road beeping at it because it won't get out of your way. Man,
What
this
I don't
tree is right in my
understand
way.
is how come the car was still running? The airbags deployed. Shouldn't that be like an automatic, the car doesn't run anymore?
Not necessarily.
There should be a shut off. Your airbags have deployed. Something has to be reset before the car can run
You would
again.
think, but no, that's not the way it works.
Well, it should be.
Well, yeah, it doesn't happen.
It should be. I think we should invent some kind of little something that plugs into the car and makes that happen. Multi-zillion-dollar idea. Here we come.
There you go.
Somebody's going to steal it in about 3 seconds.
Sure.
All right, so how about we take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll find out what's going on in the area from Rick Eberly and what happened in an LA courtroom and much more.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
It's always been important to us to have music a part of our lives, part of our children's lives. At Village Music Shop, Bonnie and Chuck have not only made it possible for our kids to learn and understand and read music and enjoy playing a musical instrument, but they've also made it fun.
I really like coming here. I like coming to Village Music because everybody here is nice.
And they've inspired some creativity and imagination and taught them discipline. And along the way, they've gotten some self-confidence, really been like a part of our family.
Welcome back. So we're going on in, what's going on in LA?
I don't know, let's find out.
Is that the big deal?
Yes, that's the big deal.
Okay.
A California man who was attending a court proceeding regarding a traffic violation is claiming that he was standing 10 to 15 feet away from the judge, and as he was looking at the judge, something mysterious happened. The man, whose name was omitted from the records, claims that the judge began to change shape into a reptile. He states that the whole incident happened in roughly 5 to 10 seconds and that the shape changing occurred only from the neck up, as the judge's hands were blocked from his view. There were approximately 15 other people present in the room at the time of this alleged occurrence. Nobody else reported seeing this happen. The man also stated that that same judge refused to speak with him after the incident and recused himself from the case altogether. The man is due back in court on a rescheduled date and says that he is sure about what he saw, saying, "I saw what I saw. I will never forget it." Changed into a reptile. The only thing I can think of is this guy's got to eat. One, he's either on some serious heavy meds or drugs or something, or he's a big fan of Grimm and just,
I was just going to say maybe he's a Vesson or whatever that thing is.
Are you picking up the terminology? You don't even watch the
venison.
show. You don't even watch the show and you
I
know
don't
the
watch
terms.
it. Nah, it's-
You know, because if he went and all of a sudden became a reptile, that's, you know, that's a grim
Well,
thing.
maybe he had flashbacks when he went to the Black and Blue tour back in the 70s,
Yeah.
and you know, Louis the Cult was doing Godzilla, and the drummer turns into Godzilla while he's doing the drum solo, and he had flashbacks from that. Was there a strobe light happening? Did the guy do all of that? That was a great tour.
I'll take your word for it.
He plays the drum solo, and he's the drummer, and then all of a sudden the strobe lights go, and all of a sudden he turns into Godzilla playing the drums.
Speaking of, I don't know if we have this story, but did we get the story about the dinosaurs on Mars? No. Okay.
Dinosaurs on Mars. Now we know where they went.
Well, as you know, speaking of Godzilla,
Jurassic Park.
these weird, I don't know, science people have decided that these pictures that are coming back from Mars actually have, what is that word for old bones? Whatever.
Fossils.
Thank you. Dinosaur fossils on Mars. They say that they can see like the head of like a Tyrannosaurus or
Really?
something. Yes. It's a bunch of squiggly crap in a very bad picture. I looked at it, and no.
Couldn't find it.
No, I could see it when they pointed it out. Oh, yeah, all right.
Honestly, when you think about it, there's got to be some life out there somewhere, huh?
Yeah, but I don't know
Luke
about
Skywalker or somebody. Doesn't that freak you out?
Yeah, I guess.
George Jetson comes flying by.
I
In your
want
front
that
yard.
car. All right, so.
It's
moving-
coming. People can't drive on, on the road.
Yeah.
You put them in air.
True.
With all these drones, we're going to find them smashing together and falling out of the sky. Pretty soon, the way it's going, right?
Yeah.
Well, Florida strikes again. You know, Florida is always big in our news, especially stupid news. So things are not looking good for a nuclear power plant in Port St. Lucie, Florida. A man who was out scuba diving with a friend is now suing the power plant. Christopher Lee Kuhn said he was scuba diving off the coast of Hutchinson Island with a friend, Robert Blake, last summer when the pair went down to investigate 3 large shadows. I swam right up to this big structure. It felt a little bit of current, and all of a sudden, I got a little quicker, and it said this ain't right, this ain't right. So Blake said Lee Cohn was sucked into a wet noodle, just like a wet noodle. So Lee Cohn was sucked down one of 3 16-foot wide intake pipes. The diver said he was in the tube for 5 minutes before he saw the light from the surface. And he even asked himself, at what point before reaching the surface is this heaven? So Lee Kuhn then shouted for help, and a confused employee at the plant came to his assistance. He is suing the plant operator, Florida Power and Light, allegedly negligence for inadequate safety precautions. The only warning signs the plant has is a small yellow buoy that floats in the water, and he says it's not the only person who has been sucked in through those intake pipes. Luckily, there were no blades chewing away on the other side of those intake pipes.
Yeah, I'm thinking there probably should have been some kind of a grate or something on the outside of that. You know, just...
You would think.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, you're sucking in seaweed and fish and who knows what all into there. You know, put a grate on there so that doesn't happen.
And everything gets stuck to the grate, and then you overheat the plant, and it blows up and kills
Yeah, I
how many
guess.
millions of people.
Okay, so then you put a big fence seriously far out from the pipe so that it's away from the current, so it doesn't suck the seaweed and stuff right up to the fence, and you can't swim inside of that fence.
Interesting.
Got to do something.
I would say do not scuba dive near a power plant.
Well, yeah, there's that too. And, you know, don't necessarily go looking at these big, giant shadows under the water that you don't know what the heck they are.
Yeah, I mean, most power plants use a lot of water to cool. Sometimes they build lakes just for that.
True, very true. All right, so how's this for carry-on luggage?
Tell me.
Customs officials at Kennedy Airport arrested 24-year-old Shakira Thompson after she got off of a plane from Kingston, Jamaica. Thompson presented herself for inspection after getting off the plane, where they later escorted her to a room for a private search. When questioned, Thompson admitted to inserting a foreign object into her body. She was caught with a half a pound of cocaine inside her vagina. That's a lot. That's some carry-on. The container they found was egg-shaped with a white powder residue that tested positive for cocaine. Its estimated street value was $10,000.
That's big.
That's
Grande.
that's half a pound. It's 8 ounces. That's, you know, that's the size of your fist.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. Yeah.
I'm thinking it's big. No matter how you slice it, the dice, it's pretty big.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as big as some of the things that I've seen people shove in there, but...
Well, it seems to be the new fanny pack. I mean, that's, you know, from everything that we've learned in the past couple of years here on the weekly show, Stupid News, it seems like that is the new fanny pack. There's
Yes.
been cell phones and guns and paraphernalia and, you know, drugs of all sorts and stuff.
Yes, it's the place to keep things that you've stolen from where you work.
Right. Mm-hmm. We saw that. Money, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like a wallet.
Yeah.
Basically is what it is.
Absolutely.
So if you need some change, you smack her in the back of the head and ching comes out. It's like, you know, because you know how the guys normally have those little change things around there. You don't need that. You just smack her in the back of the head and the change comes out.
Oh, God. Okay.
Can't make this stuff up.
No, you can't.
People will find a way
Yeah.
to make you go,
Yeah. All right, so
Well, how about we check in with Rick for
Okay.
this week and next week?
that's always fun.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's always fun. Let's check
Yeah,
in
he's
with Rick
always
Everly.
happy and peppy and bursting with love.
Okay.
Hello, all you internet deviants. This is your event guru, Rick Eberly, returning yet again to make sure your upcoming week is filled with only the coolest shows and funnest times. Don't believe me? Well, take a look at this lineup. First, get your country pop on at the Emporium in Patchogue tonight, as the massively popular Jessie James Decker stops by to grace you with her always amazing presence. This singer-songwriter has no shortage of awesome music under her belt, so if you're a fan of country, you'll be a fan of her. It's all happening tonight at Emporium for just $25. The show's at 8, but you'll want to be there when doors open at 7 p.m. Next up is a show by a comedian so tough, even a devastating car crash can't keep him down. SNL alum and 30 Rock star Tracy freaking Morgan will be at the Paramount this Saturday doing not one, but 2 stand-up shows in one night. It's all part of his brand new Tracy Morgan Picking Up the Pieces tour, and it's a guaranteed night of amazing comedy. The shows are at 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., but you'll be wanting to decide which show soon, as tickets are literally flying off the shelves. All right, not literally, that'd be weird. Anyway, tickets start at just $70. That's $70 for a comedy icon, you stingy son of a bee. Finally, maybe comedy isn't your thing. Well, if you're looking for something smooth to kick off your Saturday night, head to the Space in Westbury for a super special show by Persian Swedish pop superstar Arash. This songwriter-producer has worked with some of the biggest names in music, such as Sean Paul, and has built a massive European following. You can catch this talented act Saturday at 9 p.m. only at the Space in Westbury. Tickets are just $50, so why not, right? $55. Well, that about wraps it up for me. Be sure you're following @InRavio at Twitter, liking our posts at facebook.com/InRavioWeekly, and of course, checking out our other awesome shows at Inravio.com. Also, be sure you're kicking it with me over at RickEberly.com and Rick Eberly on all the socials. And as always, this week and next week is brought to you by Village Music Shop in Mastic, New York, the one-stop shop for all your music lessons and equipment. See you next time, Internet. Stay sexy.
Thanks, Rick. I always stay sexy. I'm sexy. I'm so sexy it hurts.
Okay. Sorry.
I got a lot of cute going on.
That's not sexy. Cute is cute, sexy is two different things. Anyway, how about one more before we take a quick break?
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
It's you.
Oh, it's me.
Absolutely.
Know what I love about the city?
No.
Nothing. Well, I love all the skyscrapers, but you know what's much cooler than a skyscraper? A skyscraper with a slide.
No.
You could slide right down 9,000 stories right into the street. Yes, that's right, a slide. Not only is it a slide, but it's made of glass, and it runs 1,000 feet over the ground.
No.
The 45-foot Sky Slide is expected to be ready for the public this June and will go on the exterior of the building from the 70th floor to the 69th floor Skyscape Los Angeles observation deck. The observation deck slide are part of a $50 million renovation project at the skyscraper. SkySpace. The company shared rendering of the SkySpace website. The slide comes after attractions started adding glass bottom walkways outdoors.
How long did it say this thing was?
45 feet?
It's 45 feet long.
Yeah.
And it's going from the 70th floor to the 69th floor.
Yeah, one floor.
So let's just say round because it's business. It's a business, so it's going to be taller ceilings. Let's pretend that it's 10 feet. It's not, but let's pretend that it is. Yes, 45 feet. 10 feet, 45 feet. So you're going down, what is it, 4 inches per foot at that? I don't know. It's too long, which means there's not going to be any kind of a tilt to it,
Well,
which means you're not going to slide, you're going to walk.
No, it's zipping out and coming back in. It's 10 foot, but it's 45 feet long. So it's going down. It's a drop of, say, 10 feet.
Yes, over 45 feet.
Over 45 feet.
It's going to take you 45 feet to go down 10 feet.
Correct.
There's not going to be enough tilt.
You don't think so?
No, not for you to slide. Absolutely not. It's a walkway.
That's true.
It's going to become a walkway.
It is pretty long. It's not a lot of down. Yeah, even if it's 12 foot, I don't know how big the floors are there, but yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
I think that's going to be a fail, guys. Sorry. Glass bottom fail.
Even better, is it enclosed or is it stiff wind? They blow you right off of there.
No, it's enclosed.
You get somebody light like Sarah in there, right off them.
God. Got to put wings on everybody so they can glide down.
Yeah, parachute.
Man.
Pull
Yeah.
parachute cord.
All right, well, on that note.
Even better yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, the glass bottom part, but still, 1,000, I don't know.
And I haven't even seen it and I'm over it. I'm already bored with the idea.
Okay.
Ugh. All right, so let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have safety pins, a young girl, and building a castle. Stay with us. We'll be back with lots more.
Hey, this is Chris Jake, and if Inravio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
Village Music Shop of Mastic. 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Your full-service store with personalized attention, school band instrument rentals and sales, music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups, for guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Inravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
Welcome back. Before we get back into it, how about we check in with the Bruce and Disco for the Glory Days 2-minute warning. What do you think?
Okay. No, they're telling us no.
They're telling us no. Okay.
That's right, because there was no Bruce and Disco this week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We're Bruce and Disco-less.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about we
Okay.
talk about the 5-year-old girl?
Okay. A 5-year-old girl was building a castle using none other than safety pins. That sounds hard. Shortly after, the girl was having major sinus problems. And by major, I mean 6 whole months of a runny nose and doctor visits. The young girl was prescribed antibiotics for a sinus infection, but nothing seemed to do the trick. That is, until she spent the weekend with her brother, who had the girl try blowing her nose. Nobody tried that? When she blew her nose, a giant safety pin emerged and all her sinus problems stopped. The girl is said to have a smooth recovery and is already feeling better.
I'm guessing so, yeah.
Yeah, a big, giant, rusty safety pin is what came out of her nose.
Really?
Yes. Nasty. Bad.
Well, how about this? Here's an inspiring story.
Okay.
A teen's prayer for a Baltimore homeless man was drawn national praise from a police officer who took a picture and posted it online. The unidentified boy could be seen kneeling with his hand on the shoe of the sleeping man in a March 1 photo by University of Maryland Baltimore officer Eric Gaines. Over 35,000 people have shared the Facebook image, taken a few miles away from where Freddie Gray's arrest had and later death in police custody touched off protests and riots last year.
Wow. Cool. I don't have anything to say to that. I don't know what to say.
What do you say?
I don't know. All right. Well, then I'm just going to move along.
Okay.
The United States' first uterus implant has failed. I didn't even know we were trying. A team of Cleveland surgeons and a gynecological surgeons are on a schedule to do 10 uterus implants for its clinical trial. A 26-year-old woman received the first uterus transplant, but later experienced sudden complications. Doctors removed the organ on Tuesday. The surgeons will continue with the clinical trial as planned. The question is, how did it fail? Did it just fall out? Did it explode?
Body rejected it.
I think it would be more fun if it exploded.
Really?
I don't know.
You think that would be fun?
I think it'd be funny. For my story, it would be funny.
Okay.
Hey, you get to be mean sometimes.
Hey, easy there.
I'm sorry.
It's
What?
not my fault. I was born that way.
That's true.
Well, a fake lawyer who scammed immigrants now needs a lawyer.
Really?
Howard Sater, 70, pleaded guilty for fraudulently using a library inside the Brooklyn Bar Association in downtown Brooklyn as his office to host meetings for vulnerable clients. He would scam clients out of thousands and thousands of dollars. Sadler was the subject of an undercover investigation on April 8th, where an officer posed as an immigrant in need of a green card and a Social Security card. The undercover paid Sadler $3,085 for the services. This wasn't the first time Sadler was caught in the same scheme. He was convicted in December 2008 in Stamford, Connecticut for grand larceny and in 2011 for wire fraud. So apparently this lawyer has been doing this for quite some time and he's good at it.
Apparently he's,
But he's not good enough because he keeps getting caught.
well, yeah, but he's the epitome of the crooked lawyer. What all the jokes were written about. He's the guy. Wow.
Well, you know what? They're out there. You got to be careful.
But then again, you know, if you're dumb enough to assume that the library is actually his office, then there's something wrong with you, too.
I had this one guy I remember, which I thought was always kind of funny, and I forget why we locked horns, but he had sent me a letter, Sheldon Katz, attorney at law, and I thought it was kind of interesting. It was so doctor of law it was. It wasn't even attorney of law. Doctor of law. I'm like, doctor of law?
Guess if he had a doctorate.
I guess so. He wasn't that good. I kicked his butt.
All right, well, it's just about time for us to take another break, but don't go anywhere. We're not done yet, and we've got lots more to go.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
It's always been important to us to have music a part of our lives, part of our children's lives. At Village Music Shop, Bonnie and Chuck have not only made it possible for our kids to learn and understand and read music and enjoy playing a musical instrument, but they've also made it fun.
I really like coming here. I like coming to Village Music because everybody here is nice.
And they've inspired some creativity and imagination and taught them discipline. And along the way, they've gotten some self-confidence, really been like a part of our family.
Welcome back. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Calling all artists. There's a mysterious photographer who roams the streets and rooftops at night. But the streets and rooftops are not all he does. He manages to get into the deep underground subway systems. While strategically obtaining access to these off-limit areas, he gains a view of some pretty incredible jaw-dropping works of art. Known only as Cyanide, as not to reveal his true identity, he captures breathtaking photographs of some amazing scenery, whether up high with his feet dangling off the rooftops or deep in an underground passageway. He is yet to be caught, but has had some close calls. His work can be seen all over the internet with millions of views. That was really cool.
Interesting.
I like that. They're actually very cool.
Artistic, are they?
Yes, they're artistic.
Very artistic.
Well, they're kind of cool because it's the whole light versus space and, all that kind of stuff.
Time continuum.
No, it's the open space with the specific, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
Well, it's amazing. I've always found it amazing that, people can take a picture of the same thing and you can really be artsy and creative on how you take a picture. You know what I mean? And make it look, I don't know, just really appealing,
Mm-hmm. Without doing the whole Photoshop thing. But one person can take a picture of something, a flower, and then someone else can come in and take a picture of that same flower, but somehow do something different, whether it's blurring or lighting or something, and just have it look completely different, which is actually very cool. And what he did is actually very cool.
Creative qualities.
Yeah. I look at the pictures and go, wow, that is really cool, but I never see the opportunity to take that picture. I don't see the art.
You don't visualize the creative aspect of
No, I wish I did. I would really love to be able to take that picture.
Something that looks good.
I'd like to be able to create it, not just enjoy someone else's creation. I want to be able to enjoy someone else's, but at the same time, I would like to be able to create as well. And I don't see it. I don't have that vision. All right, ready? It's time for
I'm ready.
Fact or Fiction.
Do it.
A Texan who claims Obama was a gay prostitute holds a commanding lead in a Board of Education vote. Fact or fiction? Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know. I'm going to say...
We did that story last week.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually did that story last week.
I heard it before.
That's why you were kind of recognized it.
Yeah.
So they're kind of giving us all little pieces of it, but here's the real one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. The National Primate Research Center said Bobo, a 5-year-old chimpanzee participating in a 16-month cocaine study, was observed this week lying to the faces of friends, family, and staff. Our goal was to determine how large doses of the stimulant would improve or impair the chimpanzee's ability to perform memory and language tasks. That's according to primatologist Danielle Martin, the project's lead researcher. What we found was that cocaine not only disrupted Bobo's concentration and recall, but it also caused him to lie, cheat, and emotionally manipulate those around him. Fact or fiction?
I don't know if you could really get that out of a chimpanzee, so I'm going to say fiction.
It is indeed fiction. Thank goodness. How do you get a chimpanzee to lie? I could see that it maybe would make him too hyper or not hyper enough or whatever, but lie?
Wouldn't he have to communicate to you to lie?
Yeah, exactly, and they don't speak. But then again, you know, that gorilla did do sign language. I think she recently died, but...
Did you take that ball? I mean, what else can you
No,
do?
she knew some 800 words, I think, that gorilla.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's pretty smart.
Know how to cook and clean?
Aha, shut up. All right, a backpack strategically placed in theft-proof corner of concert hall floor. Okay. Wishing to avoid the annoyance of wearing his backpack during a rock and roll show at the 40 Watt Club on Friday, concert goer Nick Hurley ingeniously placed the bag in the corner, thereby rendering his personal items completely inaccessible to any potential thieves. Fact or fiction?
I don't see how that would, so I'm going to say fiction.
It is indeed fiction. Yeah, there's
But the
no
police would be called because there's a backpack in the corner of a concert hall.
Exactly, completely unintended. Yeah, it would not make it inaccessible by anybody, but it would be unattended. So yeah, somebody's getting arrested. Okay, Japan engineers design robotic bear to aid in assisted suicide.
A robotic bear. Really?
Japan engineers design a robotic bear to aid in assisted suicide. You know, I'm going to say that it has to be fact because Japan loves to make robots that do any number of different jobs.
Okay.
That is their favorite thing to do.
They're a little out there.
They like their robots. They really do. I think they really want to get rid of people completely. You know, one person, one robot. That's it. Everybody's happy. So I'm going to say fact. What do we got? What do you got, guys? It is fact. There you go. A team of engineers working for the JSDD with help from the Orient Industry Company have created an experimental robotic bear to assist in euthanasia and assisted suicide in Japan. To aid these carers and volunteers, the JSDD Orient Industry Collaboration Center for Human Interactive Robotics Research in the Bunkyo Ward of Tokyo has designed and assisted suicide support robot with the face of an innocent, lovable, cartoon-like bear to aid patients in self-euthanasia named Seppukuma.
Really? So the JSDD stands for Japanese Stupid Dopey Doings? Is that what it stands for? I mean, really, come on.
I don't know.
Could it get any colder? Couldn't you put an iPhone 5S or something next to the bed? And Siri tells you, bloop, you get a text. You're going to die in 2 seconds.
No, that's not what it's all about. It's supposed to be this cute little bear that goes, it'll be okay.
Shouldn't you have a
I'm
loved
thinking
one
if you
there?
want to, yeah, well, I'm thinking if you want to do it, chances are you're really not that worried about it anymore. That's my thoughts.
Wow.
All right, well, if you have nothing
Seems a
to
little
do.
cold, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. If you have nothing to do on Sunday, the 19th, I have something for you to do. I have something exciting.
The 19th?
The 19th.
Sunday?
Sorry, Saturday. Saturday the 19th. Something exciting. You ever heard of Michelangelo Badio? I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. He is the thrash god. I forget what the
He is the first shredder.
shredder.
Yeah, he's the one that really came up with the whole shredding on guitar type of thing. And he's been in several heavy metal bands, and he's basically a heavy metal guitar god, a guitar hero, if you will, from, past. And he has mastered the art of the double neck, playing two guitars at one time. So
and
he's
not
got
both on the same side.
Right, not a typical double neck guitar where you play one then play the other. They're in a V shape, and he plays both of them at the same time, including, he does,
He plays them this way, and then sometimes he plays them this way.
right. I mean, he does, melodies. He plays, against himself with that. He will be at the Village Music Shop in Mastic on Saturday, the 19th, 4 o'clock. So there's going to be plenty of giveaways. He's going to be signing, guitars for sale. He's going to have posters that we're going to be giving away, and he'll be giving posters that he can sign to,
Yep. And he's
Keep
gonna,
rocking,
He's going to
dude.
demonstrate what he does and kind of give a little bit of a how-to on how to do it yourself.
Right. And a live studio audience can ask questions as well, right?
Absolutely. So if you want to be at that show, you're running out of time, you have to go to villagemusicshop.com/Badio, and you can sign up for your free tickets. No cost, no nothing, just got to sign up, that's
Right.
all.
And he's got to be in New York. He's going to be doing it in New York. So if you really want to come and you're not in New York, you got to get to New York to come.
Yes, because I'm not flying you in.
So don't sign up if you don't intend to come.
Yes. All right, so that looks like it's about it for us, right?
That's it. As
That's
well
it.
as don't forget the contest tab.
Yes.
All the cool shows at the Paramount Theater. And thanks for joining us on the weekly show.
Thank you so much, as always, to all our amazing viewers. We'll be back with an all-new live weekly show next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only at Inravio.com/live. Until then, be sure you're visiting Inravio.com and checking out our other live shows, following at Inravio on Twitter, and liking our posts at Facebook.com/InravioWeekly. See you all next time. See you
Tell
later.
somebody
Bye.
you love them and have a great rest of the week.